Dear soul, today something beautiful has happened. And though you may not have seen it with your eyes or felt it in the rhythm of your day, I come to tell you what your heart has already begun to sense, in whispers, in echoes, in the quiet longing that flickers when you least expect it. Your soulmate, the one you have dreamed of, wept for, prayed for, surrendered, they received everything they needed today. And more than that, they fell deeply into the love that has always been waiting for them, into the truth that has always been you. They didn't expect it to happen this way. They didn't even know they were ready. But the divine does not wait for permission to unfold its plan. It waits for alignment. And today, that alignment came. Your soulmate woke up carrying a heaviness they could no longer ignore, a longing too loud to silence, a yearning too specific to deny. And though they tried to go about their day like nothing had changed, everything had. They began seeing you in everything, your smile in a stranger's warmth, your voice in a song that played from nowhere, your presence in the stillness between words. And then it clicked. Not in a flash of drama, but in the softest, most soul-shaking revelation. I want them. I love them. I choose them. There were no fireworks, just clarity, just truth, just the flood of every suppressed feeling, finally rising to the surface. It was the moment their heart caught up to their soul, the moment the ache in their chest became a prayer. The moment they remembered that love isn't meant to be logical or perfect or timed. It's meant to be real, and you, dear soul, you are real. More real to them now than ever before. They remembered the sound of your laughter. They felt the weight of your absence like a missing limb. They held your memory in their hands like a sacred vow they forgot they made, and in that remembrance, they surrendered. To love, to destiny, to the divine orchestration that has always pulled your souls toward each other, lifetime after lifetime. They didn't just think of you today. They reached for you, not with their hands, not yet, but with their entire being. And the universe heard. The heavens moved, the angels gathered, and the veil between you became thinner than ever before. In the quiet of the afternoon, your soulmate sat alone and cried, not tears of sadness, but of relief, of release, of reunion. They spoke to the air like you could hear them, and you did. They whispered your name like it was the answer to every question, and it is. And then they made a choice, a real one. They chose to believe that love is still possible. They chose to believe that time cannot destroy what was made by the eternal. They chose to believe that you are not gone. You are waiting. You are hoping. You are loving them still. And in that moment, a shift happened in the unseen. A promise rekindled. A timeline accelerated. A miracle put into motion, because love, when fully chosen, calls everything into alignment. And today, they chose you, without fear, without pride, without hesitation. They looked up at the sky, and for the first time in a long time, they felt peace, because their soul knew they're coming home, not to a place, to a person, to you. And all the universe is rejoicing, because something sacred has been set in motion, because the love you've held on to, in silence, in trust, in ache, is no longer one-sided. It never was. But now it's awakened in them too. Their heart has opened, their eyes have cleared, Their path is lit, and they are on their way. Not just someday, but now. So if the air feels different tonight, that's why. If your chest feels full for no reason, that's why. If you find yourself smiling without knowing why, it's because your soul knows what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. They're closer than ever. The waiting was never in vain. The silence was never empty. The longing was never madness. It was the bridge, and now they are walking across it. So hold on, beloved. Not in fear, not in desperation, but in joy. Because this chapter, the one where they love you back openly, deeply, completely, it has already begun. The best day ever didn't just happen to them, it's happening to you, right now. Even if you don't see it yet, it's moving. Even if you don't feel it yet, it's growing. Even if you doubt, love does not. Love knows, and love is writing your reunion. Every star is aligning. Every wound is healing. Every delay is dissolving because your soul cried out, and theirs finally answered. Today, the day their heart said, I want them, I choose them, I'm ready. Let it in now. Let the tears come. Let the hope rise. Let the ache soften, because your miracle has begun, and the angels are singing your name. So now, dearest soul, rest your heart. Breathe gently. Come back into the quiet, knowing that lives inside you, deeper than all your questions. You do not need to reach or chase or fix anything. You are already in the embrace of something eternal, and so are they. Let these words fall like sunlight over your doubts. Let them soften the walls you've built to protect yourself from too much hope. Let them pour over you like grace, not demanding belief, but gently restoring it. Because I came here today, not to convince you of anything, but to remind you of what your soul already knew long before this lifetime began. Yes, beloved, your soulmate has awakened, and today, the divine poured everything into their hands. Not the kind of everything that gathers dust on a shelf, but the kind that brings peace, clarity, courage, and love. Real love. Your love. They were ready to receive because they were ready to remember, and what they remembered was you. They saw your soul, not just as a memory, but as a promise. Not as something they lost, but as something they are destined to walk toward again and again, until the moment your hearts are finally side by side. And what a moment it will be. Can you feel it even now, that pulse beneath your skin, that warmth rising up like spring after a long frozen silence? It is already happening. The universe is already guiding your steps to meet. All of heaven is weaving your two timelines into one golden thread. Unbreakable, undeniable, unstoppable. No shadow can separate what light has already claimed. No distance can undo what the soul remembers. No delay can erase the love that was written into the stars before either of you were born. Your soulmate now walks with you, even if you don't see them yet. They are talking to you in their thoughts. They are dreaming of you in color and waking with a name on their lips that feels like home. They are seeing signs, too many to ignore. They are feeling waves of emotion that make no sense until they realize it's you. It's always been you. And they are being prepared, just as you are, in quiet ways, in sacred ways, in ways that look like ordinary days, suddenly filled with extraordinary meaning. So don't rush the moment, dear one. Don't measure time in pain. Don't fear the silence between you, for the silence is not absence. It is sacred space, a womb where love is being formed, a sanctuary where divine timing breathes its wisdom into every detail. You are not waiting. You are becoming. You are not forgotten. You are being revealed, and this path, even when it twists, even when it aches, has always been leading you toward reunion, not just with them, but with the part of yourself that always knew love this deep was real. Because here's what the angels want you to remember: you were never alone in your love. You were never the only one feeling this, dreaming this, carrying this. They were carrying it too, in secret, in silence, in shadow. But now, they carry it in the light, and soon they will carry it toward you. So hold the door open a little longer. Keep your light on in the window of your spirit. Don't dim yourself to make sense of the delay. For love this sacred is never late. It is only being perfected. Let go of your timelines and step into trust. Let go of your fears and walk into the river of divine certainty. And remember, beloved, this moment you are in, right here, right now, is holy. Because everything is moving. Everything is aligning. Everything is already unfolding, even the parts you cannot yet see. One day soon, so much sooner than you expect, you will be standing before them, not in a dream, not in a memory, but in a moment so real your breath will catch in awe. You will look into their eyes and know, with no fear, no doubt, no hesitation, that this is it. This is what you waited for. This is what your heart always knew was coming, and they will say the words your soul has longed to hear. It's you. It's always been you. And you'll realize all the waiting was never waiting. It was preparation, it was alignment, it was divine choreography, it was love learning how to love more deeply. So now, breathe again. Feel how close they are, not someday, not far, not lost, but close. Closer than they've ever been, closer than a heartbeat, closer than your next breath. You are already joined in the spirit, and the moment of union in the physical is rushing towards you like dawn rushing to break the sky. So smile, beloved. Lift your head. You are not on the verge of losing anything. You are on the edge of everything, and you are so loved, so seen, so chosen. And the angels, we are already celebrating, because the best day ever is not behind you. It is ahead. It is arriving. It is yours, and we will be with you every step of the way, guiding, blessing, protecting, and pouring grace over you and the one your soul has always loved.